Hi everybody. I know it's very difficult right now for everybody to be that long at home for all this time, and but it's gonna be one day it's gonna be okay. I wanted to tell it's like I got in the quarantine even before everybody was ordered because I got scared when I heard the very first time when I heard it about a ship, a cruise ship, and I know it's gonna be very slowly, but it's gonna be someday it's gonna be here. But to be in that situation, I have never all this time I never have a very details how I got in the hospital, and we never have a talk about it because I know my son who brought me to hospital, he knows how painful for me to even having this conversation about this, and we never spoke. All this time when I tell you the story, it's gonna be whatever I knew everything about my medical record or from the my friend, but I actually never the exactly the details how I was get to the hospital. And one day I was a couple days ago I was talk with someone to who know me before, who knew me before, and I was got to the details, and he was like start correcting me, and as I find out it was a little bit different what I told you before. And I was couple days was thinking about it, and I called him to ask some very detailed questions to find out what exactly what happened that day. And that day it was over 2 years ago on February 28th, when he come back from the work at home. I was alone, nobody was at home already, and he didn't know anything about what happened on that day earlier, and but he just find me lay down on a couch and got was very sick, and I was sleeping, and he didn't ask anything, but in the middle of the night he was like about 2 a.m. he was find I start getting worse, and he got third time for that night he was calling the ambulance. Then they come over, they got to even a whole team didn't come out from the truck, and one person come to the door and say, what is this time you are looking for? You're looking for the free cab ride to the hospital. And I very happy my son didn't get the physical with them, but he was very shocked at what he heard. And I was shocked when I heard it from my son when he was telling me the whole situation. But he was kind of processing a whole couple days what's before I got start doing this video. And he was asking me, he understand at that time he find out he is not gonna get help from the ambulance. He was asking me if I can move it, but that's reason he called the ambulance because I couldn't move it and to go to the hospital in a car. But he was telling me just get yourself together, and as possible, and I help you to get to the in a car. But I wasn't moving at that particular time, and early in the morning with his help I got in the car, and he took me to the hospital. And that situation was very very I can't I can't explain my feelings, but I never been more humiliated, in my life. When For that long I was living in US, I was keep telling everybody, if you anybody who had any problem with gut feeling ill or very sick, just call the ambulance. Don't hesitate and wait for any longer, just to get help. And I got uh, I end up in that situation myself, who I didn't get help with the ambulance, and it was so much time was been lost, because and if first time I was spoke with them uh, by myself, and I tell the situation what happened to me. It was when my son brought me to the hospital, and if I don't remember any of it, and he was, they find out just from my waiting for the blood work, to find out what's wrong with me. Of course, it was lost a lot of times, but um, I wanted to question anytime, second time, to why is this happen, and what is causing, what went through those people's mind when they see the three times called from the same place, and if they check the patient before, and they admit she has a flu, why the other two times they even didn't want to check if it's people keep calling, and they probably something else is going on, and they need to really help this person, and I really need to find out what happened through those people's mind. And I was planning to, with this video, or when I get a very clear situation with this quarantine time and at home, I was planning to go to a fire department to speak with whoever to in charge, to just let him know what's um, it's possible will happen, if he can have any answer for me, and if he wants to, even if he interested to find out what was happened, and question, if I can question those people, if he wants to question those people and himself, to find out if they can represent the company, and who has a pay, medical assistance to the patients, how they can uh, feel what is something in them ignoring and misjudged situation can cost somebody else's life. It's I was probably lucky, I survived, but it's how many people was probably didn't didn't have any chance to be a second time on this planet. And um, I need to just um, find out, find that a way from you guys, if you agree for me to do that, and if you have any additional suggestion, you can put comments down below, and I need to give all those questions if you have anyone. If you have any questions, if you do, I need to ask this in charge person in the fire department. And if it's I wanna your opinion, if it's a good situation, if it's a good thing to even go there, um, to prevent anyone next on the line after me, it's having that bad experience. And thank you for be here and listening, and I'll see you next time.